Okay. So we got a perk from that. Oh, we get a little bit more experience. Okay.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on
Greetings, subjects, or should I say refreshed to be.
overseen by head
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too many times. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, slash, your right, and it will begin your assessment.
untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
Behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Incorrect, but your response has merited a yay-sayer verbal commendation for exceptional tactfulness in the field, allowing you partial credit. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you?
And refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Processing, determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 100 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Prudence dictates we
Okay, we'll have to
reject
play it along.
individualism in all its many forms.
We're refreshed, so refreshed, mentally, I confess. So
While there are
Whoa, where'd my ammos go?
facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on Prey.
Try to blend in. Act like a neutered, brain-dead lunatic.
Overseen by
Just
head
be yourself.
refresher the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more
Greetings,
refreshing than
Hello.
ever.
My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm.
Remember, collective cognitive
It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded.
every protectorate subject to ensure
Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy.
Distractibility stifles undue agitation,
She'll sort of have a point.
inclinations, and refashions
I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Right
the
as rain,
Council.
neighbor. Never more content. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all.
refreshment process. That's why
Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall.
mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium.
Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to refreshment facilitators. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. Refreshment is inevitable.
Mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
You are the raw material for perfection.
Medicament dispensement
From the
has
lowest
concluded for
subject
today.
to the most
Please
exalted
proceed to
vigilant,
the
we
lecture
must
hall
all
to
fulfill
request
our
an
duty to the
exception.
Hello.
Protectorate. We're all in
you're
this
new.
together.
Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
Requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment
Wait,
process
I just blinked
increases
several times, didn't I?
undue agitation,
What did that signify? I couldn't leave. Not yet.
refashions the mind
Haven't completed my regimen.
symmetry.
My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say.
The console provides the
Are you in
system
disguise?
provides.
I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me. But I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. can't leave without it.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with
I like that
flawless
response.
efficiency.
Okay.
Unthinking is essential.
I'm gonna go with it.
Unthink today.
You know,
Unthink
the
tomorrow.
Paradigm Abiders?
Unthink
Best
forever.
pitchball team in the league? I heard ignorant outsiders call pitchball toss ball. Ha! Anyhow, my daughter got me the ball to commemorate a big game. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. Oh, well, mech controls are typically handled via a terminal. Probably one upstairs, but we're not allowed up there. Maybe you can find a way, though. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
It occurred to me we probably are gonna want something
It is the duty
silenced.
of every protector its subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
So nice to be refreshed.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies
Hoping one
untoward
of these would have
inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
toss ball card. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that lucky.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and others are not.
So that's the kitchen he was talking about. Okay, what's this? Compost.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal
No
freedom?
talking
Yet
until the
this
lecture's
freedom
over.
they celebrate is a yawning chaos.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today?
As my good friend the consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly
Rounding up for clarity/responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum.
is the firm hand that guides us.
I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day.
And resplendence, the system provides, the system abides.
Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt.
Aw, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Yes. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you for enlightening me. I guess I should have seen that coming with how she's been talking.
The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
That could have gone worse.
Mental refreshment really cleans out your common sense. Like an enema for your gray matter.
Yeah.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Hostiles near.
Only the protector possesses the advanced
Guarding against some neighborly suspicion, right?
Others are not.
Some
What's the difference? Isn't this one I'm using? Yeah.
Throughout Arcadia, placid waters well material here on Praetor is unique.
This one does feel more special. I don't know.
To ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Check enemy light just turned.
Remember to all refreshment facilitators. As you recall, regular spritzing of this gas has proven boost subjects' susceptibility to our guidance broadcast. Believe that also essentially affects the delays. Please help me test this by gassing the chamber thoroughly during an upcoming scheduled session. Do remember to avoid activating the system when I'll safely retreat to my office.
Hey, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all of a sudden? Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
And you, my friend, are mildly intoxicated and highly open to suggestion. In other words, vulnerable.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My, can't believe I'm falling for that, as it may be the most unconvincing display of fealty I've ever seen. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. Yes, well, you'll see. Even in a nominally reduced state, I am more than up to the task. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. Me? Celebrated? No. Pride is a trap only an individualist would be ensnared by. Not someone like myself, of course, who thinks of our community's needs afore minding their own. That said, perhaps our rivals aren't utterly without merit. As they say, even a stuck chronometer on the wall is right twice a day. No, I haven't. And that seems a rather facile argument to make about a society that utilizes automechs to handle daily chores and labor. A low-hanging fruit, as it were. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? That was the final point you wanted to make? Rather a null effort, I'd say. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in... well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? Why, I'd say you're right. That would prove without the shadow of a doubt its safeness and efficacy, wouldn't it?
I can't be party to this, Commander. After everything we've learned about mental refreshment? He's part of the machinery of this place. Of course he's willing. He thinks he's serving the Protectorate. But we know better.
Yeah, I don't care.
Starting to feel like we're becoming the very same monsters we've sworn to fight.
Huh. As if I don't know exactly what I'm doing at all times. No need to look after me. Tell you what, I'll get in and you work the controls over there.
My thought is he's put a lot of people through this, so I don't see why we shouldn't do it to him. Probably read this. Late potato repeated sessions. At minimal are most conducted as okay. Repeated sessions at minimal are most conducive to a subject's long-term mental well-being. So it has occasionally been known to... Okay, so we want to do this for our soul.
I'm refreshed, so refreshed that la.
That's enough, Commander. Whatever point you're trying to make, it's been made.
His gray matter's turning to soup. Serves him right.
Goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould.
I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases.
I admit I thought myself rather clever in how thoroughly I had secured the schematics for the lathe of particularity last week, only to find I'd forgotten the elaborate code I devised to open it. Poor exemplar Atherton spent the better part of an hour prying open the cache door. Now I've got it hidden in plain sight. Should be wholly sufficient. Rework the mechanism to simply require that I lift the cap off a rigged mannequin and the concealed hatch will spring open wide. Oh, though sometimes I don't know why I even bother. It's not as if anyone in placid waters is capable of more than off-key singing and basically whatever. Well, I wouldn't give for a decent conversation around here for a change.
Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward information, and
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
Okay. Anyone in this place is hostile if they're in killing range or body finding range. I don't know how to put that, but you understand. Basically, no survivors in hostile sections. That's gonna fuck us up. Is this before or after I looted him? I can't pick his pocket, so I guess we got the card. Alright, let's go back. Damn it. This time we should have it. Wait, what was that? I think that was just reminding me of the quest we're on.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Was definitely something.
Series recorded lecture from Head Refreshers, key component project mental refresh process, company note from the Head Refresher. Turn up a smidge when I get to the good part. You know, that bit when I mentioned how at its base many and guided and blah blah blah.
Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
We're still looking for the one guy's stuff. Yeah. I don't think it's in here.
Ah, you've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Yeah.
Unfriendly company. They're monsters.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now.
Oh, shit.
You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varric, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varric. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from Head Refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched into hysteric fits of paranoid ranting. Absurd nonsense about how the consul had betrayed him and seized power. For his own good, he had to be gently but firmly restrained. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. Preposterous! The consul and all the vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Okay. Wow, I was not expecting to Yeah. I just wanted to sabotage the facility. I didn't think we'd find the Sovereign here. That does explain a lot. Right, you're still abroad.
They hate our contentment.
The kitchen
I like
pantry
our
is
contentment.
presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering. Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
Each a vital cog. Each
Unsanctioned
a vital
thoughts
cog.
are strictly prohibited.
Medicament dispenser.
Their team. Hello. You find my pitch ball? Oh, commemorative pitch ball. I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
Medicament dispenser has
Let's see if we
concluded
can
for
get her to
today.
leave too.
Please proceed to the lecture hall.
I'm
to request an
realigned with the
exception.
paradigm.
Yes.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and, last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
All right, let's go to the station. Where's Tristan, actually? He's usually right here. Yeah, he is. I want to talk to you.
My
real quick.
blood boils at the Consul's gall. Overtaking the Sovereign at this most vulnerable time for the Protectorate. He will pay 1,000 times for this treachery. Any fool enough to stand beside him will fall as well. Justice will spare none. None!
I just want to know what he say. And now we know.
Thanks for the help.
So my question is, where can we find them?
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm on other people, I've got it.
So much to learn here, you know? Seems like every time I talk to someone, they reference something I should have
Stimulants,
heard.
medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs here.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
$10 more bits and I can buy my kid her first gun. Come on, have a heart.
So you decided to help the black market. That's using your grain.
That isn't our partner in crime, in a very literal sense.
It should be around here somewhere.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
You need coveralls, we got coveralls.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here. This is for
cool.
you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball. You heading out? Do take care.
Weapon prime.
Oh shit.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to stupefy. Back and scan.
Those don't look like cultists. It was cultists, right? Yeah. Clear out the cultists.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Mantisaurus might have cleared the Mount Forest. I actually doubt that, but we can dream.
should cause us no problems now that we've acquired the modulator.
Yeah. But we should still solicit help, because we don't know what's in there. I think that not cultist, but I think that protectorate camp's the lowest. Once you get to that after. Cool, this duplex. What looks to be some sort of makeshift explosive device. No, okay, it's a way for the Gluristan to get inside some of these sealed doors.
Crosses me, I'll cross them off. Gunpowder is always a welcome find.
scribe. It's killing time. Aggressor at hand.
Yeah. I'm known to hold a grudge, you know. I'll handle it. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Resorting to violence.
Enemy in evisceration range.
Combatant scan. Provocation in progress. Locking them down.
I see an enemy. See a corpse.
I have a fix. Enemy target analyzed. Suffered extensive damage. Filter one capable of said activity.
Back with a vengeance. What in the fuck is happening to the glorious dawn?
Thank you, dear.
Okay. Didn't totally stealth that, but all's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Morning, I found Proctor Turing cryptically slumped before his desk, an enigmatic look upon his face. Proctor, I said, you appear really negative today. What is the root of this dour expression? It is my book of equations, he replied. It says it is of absolutely no value because it suffers from a plethora of problems, yet has no solutions. Well, that's easy to solve, I said with a smile. Just remind it that for every two negative things it tallies about itself, the rest of us only see a positive equivalent. Come to imagine that a certain amount of ruckus has occurred over this seating in the chantry. While it is true that studies have found those occupying the third pew reliably perform better than others in their cohort, we may not allow our personal desire to succeed to create strife within the whole. Therefore, effective immediately, every seer will maintain a rotational roster of their lecture and laboratory participants. During each person receives an equal 3.14 hours in those pews before any individual is allowed to repeat. This rotation shall be continued ad infinitum. This should put an end to the irrational number of conflicts that have been occurring around those issues. Have a heavy machine gun in their room, okay. Each their own.